right, we keep moving to our next guest is Jenica Dizon, the country director for Waves for Water. And Jenica's become what people say is a national advocate for clean water access. Certainly really focuses a lot of time and effort on this. And it is, something, a critically important thing. So this organization is a large global operation with organizations in 40 countries. And so she's doing a lot to improve people's access to clean water and women and all of that stuff. So please welcome Jenica Dizon of Waves for Water.
Thanks so much, Richard. Thank you for having me today. So as Richard said, we're Waves for Water. We're an international humanitarian aid organization that is committed to providing access to clean water to all those who need it. When you talk about water, it's not just, lessening or quickening your shower or turning off the tap when you brush your teeth, but also considering what your water footprint is. How much water is consumed by the industries that you support? If you like to buy lots of clothes, denim, the diet that you choose, all of these have huge water consumption levels. And so we need to think about water as a holistic component of our lives and really of our survival. So it's very essential. And this is really why the org does what it does. It's not just providing people with something to drink, but knowing that this will help uplift communities and really help them improve their overall health and well-being. We also work with the military as their community relations partner, and it's through their help that we've been able to reach really the remotest islands of the country, from the Babuyan group of islands in the Batanes area to also Tawi-Tawi in Mindanao. And right now we're in the thick of our Super Typhoon Odette response, and we've been able to deploy already 2,102 filters as of yesterday. And as you can see here, this photo on the left is in Cebu, because there's no electricity even in major, cities in the Visayas and Mindanao. There are no refilling stations, so people have really had to resort to using any kind of water that's available. And what the filters have become is, a water station. People come and leave their containers there, and the water systems just work overnight, refilling them. So it's been a huge help, not just providing people with something to drink, but ensuring that they have their health all together, especially as they continue and recover and rebuild from the typhoon.
Very interesting, Jenica. And how do you find people that need water resources like what you have? You mentioned the armed forces, but how do you do that? I mean, do you yourself go out looking for these places, or do you work through other organizations? What do you do?
It's a mix. Sometimes we work with a local government unit. They come to us. Sometimes it's been referred to us by, grassroots organizations, those really based in the area. Other times it's really us who see beforehand. So because of the disaster response that we do, we also see the need in communities that, their need prior to a disaster happening. So we crowdsource in different ways, and then we have a site selection criteria. We assess if there's high incidence of waterborne diseases, if they're highly vulnerable to disasters, if their water source, so there are different kinds of water supply levels. If they're at point they use open, they're dependent on open sources of water, or they just use hand pumps. So anything that's untreated, it's a community that has the potential for us to be able to serve them.